Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Hearts 4 Germany. Let's continue on from where we last left off. So, our international has expanded by quite a bit over here in North America as well as in Eastern Europe to try to fight against the Russian Empire, which is worrying. I don't know how well this will really go. Finland, you're already in the Russian bloc. Sweden, would you join me? I mean, you're a monarchist, so I mean, you'd really have no reason to ally with me, but still, you should. Because, you know, Russia is big and scary. Like, France, would you declare war on Russia as well? I'm trying to claim Caucasia. Does that just make you... You don't declare war right away. You just get a war goal. But basically, they're trying to, you know, annex any of this territory, so... So it's 1937, basically 1938 right now. So let's go for continue land doctrine. Do I send troops over to Europe? Do I send troops over to Russia, I should say? I mean, I don't think anybody's doing anything to attack me. So this might be like a risky maneuver. But I think we have to send troops over here. At least while we're not actually at war. I mean, again, they could say no to declaring a war. That's always possible. You're going to draw offensive line basically to here. You guys are going to draw offensive line down to this part of Ukraine. I mean, that's actually doesn't make any sense. Just down to here. So that's at least our battle plan for now. So again, they have between 87 to 200. That's a really big range. We have 55. Most of our members here. I mean, things are not looking terrible. I think we might actually have more troops than they do. Especially if they had to put troops over defending their North American holdings as well. Quebec, would you join my alliance? I mean, you like me, but the answer is no. They don't actually want to do anything of the sort. We got a lot of Russian troops here. But I think we're kind of in like an okay position. Most of these Russian troops aren't actually at full strength. Okay, so you've declared a war. You've ratified the League of Nations. Relief forwards gives us 1 military factory and military construction speed. I don't want to track foreign credit. Research speed plus 5% is not bad. But I'm not going to declare war on anybody right now, so this is basically worthless. Do you do anything else? Entrenchment goes up. Planning speed goes up. You know what? Sounds good. We're going to be at war in just a second anyways, right? So... let's go back down to speed... nope, back down to speed 4. And I would also like to call in all of... I mean, would you guys actually join the war? You would actually... all, okay, you will all join. So, call everybody involved. Blue Army and Orange Army, you are a go. So, I mean, okay, what are these numbers looking at? We are looking at 2.18 for our side, about 1.5 to 1.8. So, we do have more men than they do. We might have more... At best, we have twice as many divisions. At worst, we're about on... we're about equal footing. And, you know, of course, we have a massive, massive front line here. So, I mean... are the Russian troops even just, like, bad? Base value 147. None of our troops are actually engaging in any of these battles right now. Our base value 65. Nighttime, weather, terrain. We do got a lot of penalties for attacking it, unfortunately, at the moment. But it does look like we should be making some solid progress. Some battles here are going to be kind of meh. And I know for a fact that... how many ships does the Russians have? They have 115. They have a decent amount of boats, but We're gonna convoy raid basically right here. And also mine lay, because I've actually never done that before, so I don't know what it really even does. We're gonna use all our fuel immediately. We'll try this here for now. And we've already pushed out a little bit, which is beautiful. I'm assuming we're going to need to get a... We only need to get down to 36%, so thank God this mod's not going to be... I'm not going to say insane, but, you know, most of the time when you have to fight Russia, it's just the worst. So if we can actually knock out Russia, like, immediately, that actually probably opens up a lot of really nice avenues for us. And actually, I think these guys are actually doing so poorly. I think you can just be extremely aggressive in your battle plans. At least for the moment. Got 65 here. We don't have any troops on this front. Ukraine hopefully can actually hold that off. I don't know what the French alliance is going to do. China has mobilized, so they're assuming they're going to go to war with Japan in just a moment. Two divisions here. You march this way. Actually, no, you see, can you fight these three divisions off? One of you guys in multiple combats, which does make things a little bit easier. Also, see if we can maybe get like some sort of surround going on. 87 here. 71 is not bad. 93. I mean, I feel like we've already pushed a decent amount of the way into Russia. And that's very, very nice. I mean, China has a CB against Russia, so they could also theoretically attack them. I don't know if they will. I mean, it'd kind of be nice if they didn't, but... Okay, you guys push here. You keep pushing this direction. Just keep pushing. Just keep going forward. Just literally never stop attacking. Because Russia apparently is just actual garbage. You know, they're usually at least somewhat decent. I've never seen them be just bad before, though. So let's go for 1939 rifles. I think we want to get those up and running as soon as possible. A 4% bonus for technology sharing. I guess because people are in the League of Nations. Okay. Do you want to do anything else? So you're an upgrade 100% for infantry equipment, which would be nice in the future. Nation at arms. I mean, there are some decent things here. At least they're not all just like, hey, get some military researches. Right? Which I generally think are kind of like the worst ones. I mean, they do give you some bonuses, but on the other hand, most of the time, I would say they are lackluster. But I always feel like I'm always at a point where I have already researched too many things. Like there's nothing left for me to research. Okay, so we've got 69, 87. Ukraine's having some problems down here in the south trying to cross this river. But over here in Belarus and in the Baltic Socialist Republic, we're doing absolutely A-okay. No questions or concerns. Yeah, no, this is actually going beautifully. Russia definitely has less men than we do. I'm assuming they probably are taking also a decent amount of casualties down here in the Caucasus. I mean, actually, they have a decent amount of men down here. They probably cannot push. I'm assuming with these mountain ranges, it's going to be difficult. Oh, and China's declared war on them. That's surprising. I mean, I knew Russia was here. I didn't think that they would actually, Okay, I didn't expect them to actually declare war. So Portugal's withdrawn from China. Portuguese troops have been withdrawn from Port City of Macau. I mean, okay. So maybe Japan's still going to declare war on China, and they're going to be fighting like a weird two-front war. But Russia is just going to get steamrolled, which is absolutely beautiful. No doubt about that. Getting rid of Russia in like episode 5 or 6 would be an actual blessing. Because, again, Russia just... I don't want to sound rude, but they just kind of suck. I'm fine. You know what? We're okay right now allying ourselves with the Emperor of China. If it means that Russia will fall. You know, let's get on an aggression pact with you as well. Okay, so we are... No, we're doing fine. No doubts. Okay, so, I mean, you did land troops in Riga, which is a little bit annoying. I'm trying to get these guys over here just so they can hopefully block supplies from going into St. Petersburg. And also, I guess, to a lesser extent, Finland. But that might not actually be that big of a deal. So we're already almost at Moscow. And do they... I mean, they don't own Vladivostok, which is usually the annoying city from Russia. Now, this is just... It's just going beautifully. Just absolutely perfect. Okay, so I'll go here and go up to St. Petersburg. Basically just surround these troops. They won't be able to escape. Which would be nice. Again, they don't have any ports. You march here. You're marching here. Beautiful. You keep going this way. You just ignore this guy. Honestly. I'm going to extend this front line to be more this way slightly. Because we do want to still get our way to Moscow. Going to St. Petersburg, of course, would be nice. And one of our generals has, unfortunately, been wounded. Who else is on this front? You're here, but keep going to St. Petersburg. Yeah, so that's fine. I'm sure the Baltic Duchy here can deal with these handful of Russian troops. Yeah, no, this is just... It's just going good. It's just going extremely, extremely nice right now. We got some Finnish troops here trying to push their way across. You guys go here just so that we can get a better surround on St. Petersburg. You know, you go this way. You be on the defensive. You move up this direction. Some of our troops are going to need to kind of redeploy slightly, but it's not going to be that big of a deal, I would imagine. And Russia and China's already pushed a little bit. Not as much as you would have expected, given their massive, massive front line, but... Yeah, just basically, you know, keep on marching forward. So you're going to go here. We're winning in this battle, which is nice. Hopefully they will be able to deal with you. You are just one division, so you... I mean, he's surrounded, by the way. You can just attack him. I don't know if you know this. How are you doing over here, by the way, in Algonquin? The answer is you are refusing to push out. Which kind of sucks, but what can you do? 48... Yeah, Finland's sending troops down here now, assuming they're just a little bit worried about how far I've, you know, progressed in, like, 5 minutes. Like, when did this war begin? Like, it feels like it just started, but... January 20th, so it started only, like, 3 months ago. And we're still actually not in our world, 20% world tension, so France kind of still can't do anything until they reach that 20% for one country to generate. And there's actually a chance that it might be me, because I'm actually going to do the peace treaty, which will probably kill a lot of Russians, and also give a massive, massive world tension boost. Okay, so we lost a little bit of convoys there. That's fine. King Albert's regency continues in Hungary. Okay. That is fine. I mean, the Polish faction is just getting extremely large, which is worrying. And nobody else is really doing anything too crazy. Japan's demands Chinese concessions. Switzerland has joined the League of Nations. Are you going to go to war? How many troops does China have? Not a ton. But they are being... The Russian Empire... I don't care. Russia... We're already at war with Russia, game. You don't need to, worry me like that. Who are you just fighting against now? Playing Belarusia. Well... You're already kind of in a major war, I would say. I mean, has there anybody who we haven't not fought against? Tanatuva is... Russia only lost 1,000 men. The interpreters of Napoleon. Our general staff have been re-examining many of our army's fundamental doctrines since the Great War, and now thought is turning to the great strategists and tacticians of the 19th century who formed the basis of our old textbooks. Gemoni, Clausewitz, and Bulau. Gemoni's idea centered around the idea of communications, the base of operations. Let's choose... Okay, these are just... Okay, some bonuses. Speed and encryption and decryption go up for 100... But it's only for 720 days, which is really not a lot. Organization plus 10%. Recovery rate is just good. This one's trash. You're awful. So, let's get Clausewitz. Excellent. You know, the man who I think the engine for Hearts of Iron 4 is named after, so... It makes sense that we should honor him with our military doctrine here. So, we're almost at Moscow. Like, we're getting pretty close. My tank division here actually could probably do some good work. We are going to need Ukraine to send some divisions up here. I mean, I know you're not doing so hot down in the south, but don't worry about that. We'll worry about that another day. So you guys are almost to the front line that you want to be at. Orange has basically completed their objective, so your next objective is basically push your way up to Moscow. Okay, so we're defending here all right. You here. You stop. Just defend. How many troops does Ukraine have? They have 49 divisions, so... I mean, Purple Army basically is just like a small defense league. Leader, cult, national unity. So nobody's doing anything else to, you know, threaten us right now. Don't need to worry about the Russians, because again, they're probably just going to die in a moment. I mean, okay, that's only worth 1 victory point. It's not that important. Okay, so we're almost at Moscow. I'm going to draw this front line up here. Okay, no, I want to edit, draw you up to here. And ignore the south slightly for now. I mean, there are some important cities down here in Ukraine that we do want to get. Sevastopol, Tarzan, Rostov, Donetsk. These are all important cities. But less important, I say, than Moscow or St. Petersburg, so... So you're going to go up here, up and around. Finland, you have 5 divisions, so I'm not too worried about anything that you have to say. At 95, 98, but those aren't our troops right now, because our troops still have to kind of redeploy their way up there. So if we go here, you know, go up and around like that. Try to create like some sort of semi-encirclement. It's not a huge one, but it is, I think... Oh, no, actually, never mind. We did it. So you guys are fine where you are. Just kind of hold position. Okay, you are a city worth 3 victory points, which would be nice to take, so let's try to grab it. You come up this direction. So we're at 90, 63. This old front line is garbage now. It doesn't really matter as much as taking Moscow. And after this, we'll, of course, we'll redeploy our troops down here, try to push our way down to Donetsk. But hopefully Ukraine could actually do that on their own. I mean, that is also a possibility. We'll see if they actually can get that done. So we're at 68 here. Yeah, we want to basically take here and then surround St. Petersburg so we can actually get the encirclement bonus. We've only lost 22,000 men, which is really, really nice. It's actually been a relatively bloodless war, all things considered. So we've taken Moscow. I mean, technically Belarus did, but that's okay. We've done 37%. Ukraine's done a decent amount. China's basically has done nothing. But that's not a surprise. But I think this is going to be a good time to end this episode. Thanks everyone for watching. My name is Anthem. If you enjoyed, run a thumbs up. If you're not enjoying, you can always thumb down. If you want to see more, subscribe, and goodbye.